look at this massive boulder miniature. I think I've never seen anything like that in a game. Hey everyone, this is Thecos, and today I'm really excited to unbox Tomb Raider, the Crypt of Chronos. This just arrived, just a few minutes ago, so to speak, and I backed this on GameFound. This was a campaign you could back, I think this year. It actually fulfilled quite quickly, to be honest. So there is the regular box, but I actually got the Ultimate Croft box here. That's like an add-on you could back instead of getting the regular box, the thinner one. You could get this one here, so because then here all of the add-ons could fit. Because I went pretty much all in except for the playmat. I really don't want that and need that because it doesn't fit in here. But everything else I got. So I don't only have the base game here, but also all GameFound exclusives here and some add-ons. So we will also take a look at those later. Let me just put them up here for now. So yeah, really excited to unbox this. Before we get started, as usual, grab yourself a cup of tea and let's do this. All right, there we go. All right, so this is like for 1+ players, it says here, but essentially it's a solo game. It's mainly solo game. I don't know if there are missions where you play more than one character. I don't think so. It's a little bit different in Metal Gear Solid, the board game. There also you start with a solo mission with only one character, but then later on more characters join, so you could play it at a higher player count theoretically, but essentially it's also a solo game. 20 to 180 minutes. Looking forward to if you can actually play this in 20 minutes. I doubt it, but let's see. I think the insert here is pretty nice, so you should be able to set it up quite quickly. All right, let's turn this over. So there are quite a few exclusives for the GameFound campaign, and also quite a few add-ons you can get, and that's going to be very exciting, I think. But there also like some just GameFound crowdfunding exclusives that should be in the box already. All right, so as you can see, you have like a map here, you have like your character stuff, so it's like pretty regular, pretty standard stuff here. But you can there's like a mixture of the old and the new games somehow, right? So the enemies are quite inspired by like older games, because you do have like Nadla here, you do have also like the Greek, like this Greek theme, because we are exploring the island of Kairos. And yeah, so it's like looks like pretty standard stuff, but you can also craft a little bit like in the new games. And there is like there are like 2 different modes. Also one where you like go across the island of Kairos and then do like different adventures there, different missions. But also there is a mode that was exclusive to the GameFound campaign, but also you can go to Croft Manor, and also you can create your own adventures. So let's see. I don't know. The price was also quite okay actually for a licensed game. So let's see what we can find in here. All right. So let me just put the lid aside. So here we have the rules. All right. First thing I don't like those large rule books, but I guess that's what we have to live with such a large box. But I really don't like this. Okay, so let's see. We do have contents here: story, game overview. That's fine. And then all of the components. Some of the components are also upgraded because of the GameFound campaign. So this game, you can get this in retail as far as I know, but of course you will have like not everything, like all the contents. Also some opponents are not upgraded, things like that. So this is the setup here. Actually, it doesn't look too complicated. There are also like sight and noise tokens, which is kind of similar to what Metal Gear Solid does. So I do see some parallels here. The reason I got this is, first of all, the gameplay really looks good, but also I really like Tomb Raider. So I have played like the first 4 iterations back then, and then I kind of like stopped with playing that. And I played some of the later games a little bit later, but the latest games, the Survivor trilogy, I absolutely love. I think these are amazing games. So yeah, looking forward to playing this. So we have phases, the level basics, Lara phase, Lara movement, resources, crafting. Oh, there's lots to go through. Weapons. Oh man, there's so much to go through. We have achievements in the back, I see. We have different outfits, advanced enemies. We have the island campaign mode. That's the one that I mean, where you like go across the island, have a campaign. And then you have different chapters. Wow, enemy phase. There's loads to go through here, but it looks good. I like that you have a bit of flavor here in the backgrounds, but it's actually like all readable. It's like laid out well, so that's good. What is this here? Is that that's probably the campaign. Yeah, these are the chapters. This is the adventure book here. Chapter 1, chapter 2. How many chapters do we have? 15. Okay, 15 chapters. And then there's also the island mode that works a little bit differently, I think. Okay, so let's start with some of these cardboard tokens. These are like some gates, I guess, and levers. Yeah, okay, nice. Yeah, these are fine. These are thick enough. They look fine. There's a boulder here, but we don't need that because there actually is a boulder miniature in here. I think this is only for the GameFound campaign, but yeah, very cool. And then these, I don't know what these locations are. Maybe these are like your goals where you have to go, right? Like your objective markers, so to speak. Then here is, oh, that's very nice. You know, there's like a lot of attention to detail, and I like this one here because this is like a box. I don't know what cards you put in here, but this actually is the backpack of Lara Croft, at least like for the first few games. I think nowadays she doesn't have that anymore, but in the first few games, this was like the backpack she had. So that is really cool. So yeah, I will vote that later on. And then here we have a few enemies. Okay, let's see. It's not easy for me to distinguish now which games are like which components are GameFound exclusive and which are actually also in retail, but you can figure that out easily by going to the GameFound page. So, okay, these are like different enemies. Here, Natla Queen, you see? Very, very cool. Crypt of Chronos. Okay, I don't know what these are actually. I'm not quite sure, but very cool. Okay, nice. Actually, these cards feel pretty good. They don't have a linear finish or anything, but they feel good enough, actually. Yeah, that's very nice. So I don't know if I have to sleeve anything here. Probably not. But yeah, okay. But these aren't all enemies, I suppose. So maybe these are some like exclusive enemies. I'm not sure. Okay, then here we have more cardboard tokens. A lot of those I don't need, especially those here, because I did get the plastic resource upgrade pack. I usually don't go all in for games, but I like Tomb Raider enough, a lot, that I thought, you know what? If this game is good, then I want to have everything except the playmat. I don't need that. So yeah, these are beside it. They look fine. All right, good. So then here, let's take this out. Okay, ooh, very cool. That's the player board. And okay, you can fold it up. Okay, that's nice. I thought it was like two different game boards, but you can actually just fold it up like that. And I think they have an alternative side. See? You have like a side with the original character, like from the original trilogy, so to speak. And you also have a side with the new character model from the Survivor trilogy. I really like that attention to detail. And then here, outfit, weapon. Yeah, there are also different outfits you can unlock. I think this is like a game where you can actually like unlock stuff as well. So that's pretty cool. And these are like your main actions, but you can gain more abilities later on, as far as I know. Hide, research, dodge, melee, search, and move. Okay, cool. Nice. And then here we have the craft bench. That's a weird name. Crafting bench would be the one I would be expecting. So weapon, outfit, ability. Okay, yeah, sure. And they can just craft stuff. And then here we have the island for the island campaign mode. There is only one side as well. Okay, yeah. I don't know how this works. There is like, I guess there's like a 6-sided die that you roll. And there's like where you go, I guess. I have no idea. But yeah, okay, nice. And then here we have like some of the main stuff of the game. So let me just take this out here. Come on. Oh, come on. I'm just stupid to take it out. Ah, yeah, there we go. Okay, good. Let me just put this aside. All right, so these are like the miniatures here. Okay, very cool. Let's take a look at a few. Not all of them, but a few. So we have like these soldiers here. And the miniatures actually look pretty fine, yeah? Yeah, okay. They're very nice. I like this, the detail here. That it says Natla on the vest. That's a very small detail. Very cool. And here are some miniatures as well. Yeah, they're fine. They're not amazing. They're like pretty light and everything. But they're fine. They're okay. I think these would be really great if you painted them. Okay, then here we have like some of the Greek soldiers here. Okay, very, very cool actually. Yeah, nice. How sturdy is this here? Yeah, I need to be a little bit careful, but that's fine. And then we have some of the larger one here. I think the pole march here. Like I like this detail here with the cape that's like flowing in the wind, so to speak. Very, very cool. And then here we have, of course, Lara. And I thought there was also a second Lara miniature in here, but I'm not quite sure. Maybe not. And then here we have the Natla Queen. Very cool. And actually, like the miniatures have some nice details here. And then here we have a bear that is not in the best shape, to be honest. Okay, very cool. And this one here, I don't know what goes in there. Maybe it's the dice or whatever. Okay, so let's see here. So we have another, this is just another insert for miniatures here. Let me take the top off because it's kind of hard to see because you see like the reflection of the camera and stuff. But here we put in everything that, all the add-ons. So usually you would have like a thinner box, a box that is like less deep. And then you wouldn't have this layer here. But I wanted to have the ultimate Croft box because I thought like, you know what, if I actually do go all in here, then I want to have the box for that as well. All right, look at this. Look at this boulder. This is absolutely amazing. That one looks really cool. Yeah, this, I think it would have been even cooler without the base, but still. Look at this massive boulder miniature. I think I've never seen anything like that in a game. That is great. I love this. So, and then here we have some cards. Okay. So first of all, here we have some dice. Yeah, not all too special. We have like some cyan dice here, and also some yellow ones. These are like for, I think, like when you do like specific actions, you need to do tests. Also like for having successes when you shoot and attack. And then here we have like a black die, and a few red cubes here. Okay, nothing all too special. Then we have a little bag. It's like way too small for my hand again. I don't know what goes in here, to be honest. I don't know. But yeah, nice. That like says the game name on here. Sure. And then let's see. Here we do have the map tiles. So usually I'm not a huge fan of map tiles, but here it makes sense because like one of the stretch goals was actually the map creator, like the campaign creator. You can like create your own scenarios, so it makes sense to have like different tiles here. They look good. They feel and look good. They have like two different sides. This, I guess, is like some kind of like temple, icy mountain kind of thing. And then on the other side, you have like more this desert theme, but there are more map tiles over here. What are these? Oh, I don't think I want to open those. These seem to be like little envelopes here. Yeah, these are like things that you can unlock. Maybe with achievements. There are like achievements in the game. I guess you can unlock these with your achievements. It's kind of weird that they don't really fit in here. That's kind of weird. They probably go someplace else. Or maybe they don't. I don't know. Okay, then we have more map tiles here. Let's also look at those. These give a bit more variety here. We have like these yellowish inside tiles. And then also we have like the forest tiles here. Okay, very nice. I appreciate that. These look pretty good. You can put a few more of those envelopes over there. That makes sense. Okay, and then we have cards. And that is pretty much everything we have then. But don't turn off the video yet because we still have like the add-ons and GameFound exclusives. So these cards, yeah, they feel fine. They feel similar to like the enemy cards that we saw. These are, I guess, the abilities that you can get during the game. And then here we have like all of the enemy cards and the enemy activations, I guess, events. Yeah, okay. Okay. And then here, I don't know what these are. These mini maps, jungle. I don't know what these are actually. These may have to do with the missions. Maybe these are for the island mode. I'm not quite sure. It could be these are for the island mode. And then here are the outfits. And that is pretty cool because you can unlock these, right? And you see like all kinds of outfits, like for all of the games. Like for these are for the later ones here, for the Survivor Trilogy. And here you have some cards of the older ones. So really, really cool. Oh yeah, and these are like the different weapons you can have. Okay, nice. Yeah, there's some in here that I don't know, that may be new, but there are also some real classics in here, like the dual pistols, the shotgun. Yeah, very nice. And the bow is one of the new weapons. Very, very nice. Okay, and then we also have research here. Let's see what's in here. Reroll dice or skip a space. Okay, these seem to be some kind of abilities that you can unlock as well. Very cool. Okay, nice. Then let me put that aside for just a moment, because we also have some extra stuff here. So let's take a look at all of this stuff here now. So let's start with like the deluxe stuff maybe. So we do have plastic resource tokens. This is like what you saw on the, this is what you saw in the punch boards here. These just are the same, just in like pretty like light plastic tokens. I just think this is a little bit nicer than cardboard. I would have enjoyed something like wood instead, because I don't like too much plastic in my games. This game has a lot of plastic, but okay, that's... For this game, I guess it's fine. Then here we have the deluxe dice, but I can already see that... Oh yeah, these, because these are supposed to look a little bit earthy, but it looks like they have a little issue with the wash here. Okay, I will have to check that. I don't know if that's the intended look, but they do like look a little bit more like metally and earthy. So that's actually like, the idea is pretty cool. It just came out like pretty dark, unfortunately. Okay, I'll have to check those a little bit later. And then we have, these are like upgrades for the Gamefront campaign. So you may have also seen like some of these tokens here in the punch boards, like the noise and the sight marker. And these are also upgraded to plastic ones. And also we have these here. I don't know what these are. These crystals, I guess these are cardboards as well. And these were also like some part of the Gamefront upgrade stuff. And then we have the, oh, and this one is also part of the regular Gamefront stuff. This is also Gamefront exclusive. This is like Croft Manor. It's like an own like epilogue adventure where you're like in Croft Manor, similar to how you have it in Tomb Raider 2. If any of you remember, or if any of you have played it, where you play like the last level in the manor. And you also should have like a Winston miniature in here. So we have the rules here for how that works. Oh, see, there are actually like several chapters here. Oh, there are quite a few chapters actually. More than I thought. These are 6 chapters, I think. Oh, very cool. Okay, so when you're done with like your 15 chapters of the main game, you can play 6 more here. And you see here we have like new tiles. These look really cool. Let me open them up so we can check them out. Oh, these look really cool. This is the freezer here. How do you call this? Like this huge fridge where you can walk into. So we can trap Winston in there. Okay, yeah, very, very nice. It's cool that you can actually be in Croft Manor, and you also have the outside here. Very cool. That's a very cool idea. I like that. And then we have like more cards here, more abilities, and more of these unlockable things. We don't need those at the moment right now. And then here we have Winston. Look at him. There he is. Very nice. I like that. Having Winston in here, I think, is amazing. That is just great. Okay, let me put that back in here. Oops, that was a little bit loud, I guess. And then let's also take a look at the last miniatures, at the last add-ons that I got, because there are also now dinosaur enemies we can add. Because I thought the number of enemies we have are not that high. We have like, I think 4 different types, and then a few bosses. So I thought, like, you know, having the dinosaurs in here as an homage to like Tomb Raider 1 and 2 would be very, very cool. And these look actually really nice. These look cool. I like these miniatures. Nice. Yeah, very cool. And these are the raptors here, I guess. Yeah, these are the raptors, T-Rex. Yeah, very cool, very nice. And for that, we also have like a little leaflet. We have like enemy cards. We have a little leaflet. Also things to unlock again. And we have also, yeah, more standard on the standard enemies here. So this is like a boss, the T-Rex, and the others are standard enemies. Nice. Last but not least, we do have the legendary bosses here, and these are like legendary Greek bosses from mythology. So also again here, how to use, we have more stuff to unlock, and we have like the boss and also the enemy cards. This is very nice. And then, oh no, actually these are all bosses, no enemy cards, just regular bosses. We have the Gorgon here, the Centaur, the Minotaur, and also the Chimera. So the Chimera here, cool, nice. Then we have the Gorgon. I've read that the Gorgon is the only one with a stealth mechanism. So here you actually have to be stealthy, otherwise you will be attacked. Then here we have the Centaur. Oh, need to be a little bit careful with that one here, but that's fine. Okay, these are pretty cool miniatures actually. And then here the Minotaur. Not bad. And that is pretty much everything. Now all that's left to do for me is to sort everything into the box. And then that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching this unboxing and for sticking to the very end. I really hope you enjoyed this. I'm really looking forward to dig into that. Maybe I will get to that this weekend. That would be really cool. All right, as usual, I would like to thank you all for your support, especially want to give a shout out to my generous patrons. The biggest thanks go to Thecos for supporting me the highest tier. Thank you so much for that. I truly appreciate that. You can also support me by watching, liking, and commenting on my videos, subscribing to my channel, supporting me on Patreon, and joining my Discord server to hang out with me and my amazing community. All right, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the very next video or my Discord server. Take care, everyone. Stay safe and cheers.